I just be fucking around when I do that. Let's go though. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, we go. Ooh la la, she like, ooh la la, they go. Ooh la la, okay. Ooh la la, she like, ooh la la, they go. Ooh la la, like, ooh la la. Look. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich T. That's my show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, popovisms, one-on-one, interviews sometimes, and motivation. So if that sound like something you can rock with, then before you usher your ass to the left and hit left, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, thank you. But you know how I do. You know how I start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game, people. We in the end game because the Johnny Depp trial and with his wife and all that, I dead ass didn't know that that's the girl from fucking Aquaman. Like, I'm watching, I keep seeing these videos pop up, and the trial been going on for a little while. Blessings, appreciate you. The trial been going on for a while. I'm not going to talk about the trial. It wasn't really that intriguing to me. Although I get she's a bitch, she's crazy, and she's not crazy because she's a bitch, and she's not a bitch because she's crazy. But just the stuff about shitting in the bed and drug use and doing shit to the dog. So I have been hearing because a lot of channels been talking about it. But watching the video and you see her face, well, she's a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? At least in Aquaman, she looked real put together with the pink red hair, whatever it was. But I dead ass didn't know that his wife was the chick from Aquaman. Crazy. Another person who I didn't know when she was spinning, and I did a video about it, I didn't find out till later, is the light-skinned Keisha chick. You know what I mean? The rapper and shit. You know what I mean? She the one of the students from the Book of Power too, with Tyreek and whatnot. So I just thought that was a little interesting that all this time was going by. You see little clips, but I guess with women, right? Like they could have so many different faces, and I'm not being funny, but I am kinda. With the lashes, with the different weaves, the different color wigs, and the makeup make them look a little shade darker or a shade lighter. So you really, you know what I mean? You don't know who you're looking at unless you really, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But I just thought that was funny. So we in the end game because of that. Real quickly, we in the end game because Golden State, who I didn't have, I actually had Memphis winning that series. Golden State knocked them off. So we're going to knock them off real quick. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's looking like 2 Game 7s, and I kind of knew that after the playoffs started. It's like, they're going to have one in the West. They're going to have one in the East. Boston won tonight. Game 7 on Sunday. Game 7 on Sunday for the Dallas Mavericks and Phoenix Suns, for Boston Celtics and Giannis the Greek Freak. But my finals prediction is still alive. You see Milwaukee and you see Phoenix. That's all I'm going to give y'all tonight for far as sports talk. Milwaukee is still alive, Game 7, and the 2 teams that I picked to go to the finals, they both going to be in Game 7s on Sunday. So let's mark off Memphis. They out of here. Do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, your video, all that shit out of here? And we're going to put Golden State. And that's what it's boiling down to. All right? Miami, and it's either going to be Boston or Milwaukee. and it's going to be Golden State and Phoenix. And that's that. Let's get to the real topic now. I mean, Friday night, I'm feeling good. Another weekend, made it through another weekend. Friday is always a blessed day, you know what I mean? Friday night, just got paid and all that. I forget who sang that song. But Friday always bring that energy, and for the most part, a lot of people are more happier on Friday. For me personally, it's a blessed day because it's Juma. For those that go to service, it's like church on Sunday, but it's on Friday. So, people get paid on Friday, and most people got the weekend off, even though some people work. So their energy is up. They got that feeling, and they feel highly blessed and favored. So shout outs to everybody for tuning in Friday night. But let's get to the topic, and let's get to the thumbnail. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Obviously, last week around this time, we all got the news, whether you love him or hate him. But I seen this in one of the comments. There's so many videos, and I did a few as well. Although normally, if you've been rocking with the channel, that's not really my steez to like put people's name in the title and keep talking about them. But he is if you will, a very controversial, or like what side of the table you on when it comes to him. And good or bad, whether you like it or not, I think that's great. Because if it does nothing else, it starts the conversation, of what side you on. And that's what I want to talk about briefly in this sense. Let me move this down a little bit. Briefly in this sense. We've seen a lot of women come out celebrating, happy that he passed, unfortunately, which is a reflection of their own character, if you ask me. You know what I mean? You could just be quiet and not say anything, and it'll be respected. But I do respect, just like when the racist motherfuckers come out, the Sterlings for the Clippers and whoever else, like, when the hot mics is on and we get to pick up what niggas is saying on the bat line, and it's like, yeah, fuck these monkey looking like, well, do the right thing, you hyena, high jumping, fried chicken, watermelon slurping, like, when we get to hear the real, like the show that was canceled. What's up, ladies? When you get to hear the real and how people really feel, although at sometimes in these cases, when it is the hot microphone and they just speaking amongst themselves, some of them lose jobs, some of them get painted as racist, and you can say, well, they are racist, and they may be. But my thing is, show me who you are. I love that. Like, show me. I'd rather that than you to be, faking like a chameleon, like you rocking with me, but you really don't rock with me. So reveal yourself, and let's see, what's your stance. I can appreciate that, even though I may not like it. Like, damn, motherfucking racist. I always said, used to fuck with Cristal, motherfuckers racist. On to that gold bottles, on to that spaceship. So, in this regards, I wanna see what's your true feelings. They say when people get mad and they get that vein, that's what they say, I got your vein. People tell you, like, you may be friends with somebody for a while, and this goes for men and women. This is not exclusive to man or woman. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. In this case, both men and women do the same shit. We're human. When you get mad at somebody, or you drinking, you off the, the spirits, and you get into an argument, you may come at your friend, your compadre, your sister, whoever it is, family member, an associate. You may come at them a little sideways with some shit that you might not have said if you wasn't mad. So you say, oh, now your true colors are shining through. And that's you. People say who they are. So in this case, when, not all, because that was a big narrative as well, was, a few people, and you got to say, what's a few? You say if it's 100,000, if 1,000, that's not really a lot. If 900,000 is praising, or they was mourning, and then only 100,000 is showing their ass and cheering on, then that's really not a big percentage. It's just was 1 out of 10. But with that being said, women came out, they was happy, they was celebrating, and obviously some women wasn't. But during this time, because still fresh, then the 911 call, his daughter comes out, a lot of stuff still coming out. The bozo preacher coming out talking about how, you got to start GoFundMe's and all that. And then on the back line, when you look in the back office is where the business get done at. That's why I always quote it, like when you're in business for yourself, but with an umbrella company over you to help you, customer service and 24 hours assistance, etc., like a concierge or whatever. The back office is where you get the work done. So I say that plainly, but I be being serious. You hear dudes, you know, in the back office, it was some dusty chicks started to GoFundMe. And we know Kevin Samuels wasn't broke. He didn't die broke. And I'm sure he read the fine print, unlike some of these rappers. Like, you new niggas, y'all some new niggas. That's a Rick Ross reference. But anyway, my point being, in the comments I seen, and y'all know what I'm going to say, right? I be running through these YouTube streets, running across these YouTube alleyways, and they should have never let me in the game. And I'm here now. Yo, they should have never. I'm not going nowhere. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I seen a comment where a dude said, plainly though, you know, niggas be playing, but they don't. He's like, in this new era, you know, post Kevin Samuels now, and even though the marathon continues, the saga is going to continue. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I think it's even going to be more magnified. And I could be wrong, but I think I'm on to something. He said, when you start, you know, trying to holler at a chick now, you know what I mean? Or a chick holler at you. You know, chicks is choosing now. They looking for sugar daddies and, you know, cat daddies and, you know, it's no shame now. And then you may just run into something online. Somebody jump in your DMs or whatever. Should you start off, like after the initial introduction, my name is such and such, woo, 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 I'm Kevin Bacon, I'm from, you know what I mean, Staten Island or whatever. After you get past that, what's your sign, what's your size, you know what I mean? Should y'all talk about Kevin Samuels in this sense? Because you see people are so on the opposite spectrum. Where it's like some women you see in the comments, because it's a war going on outside, no man is safe. You can run from the streets that we done took. And you walking with your head down, scared to look. Women would be like, if he got any of that Kevin Samuels rhetoric, I'm not rocking with that. And then dudes be like, dress size, she not fit, feminine, and friendly, I can't even look at it. Like, you know what I mean? And I say that plainly too, even though, you know what I mean? Mine is in the back office, you know what I mean? Fit, feminine, and friendly. If it's not that, I can't rock with it. If it got any masculine energy, if it got any eyelashes that's looking like the Batman, if it got baby hairs and all that, and I'm being funny because I'm just being funny now. But really, on an honest level and straight up, after you go out on a date, should you have these conversations? And I think for men and for women, these conversations should be had. And that's the Kevin Samuels conversations. Like, what side of the spectrum do you fall on? And I hate to say it like this because I'm of the Islamic faith, and you know, the only person we follow was, you know, the prophet of God, peace and blessing be upon him, to the best of your ability, and you know, in that sense. So you don't want to say like, do you follow this person's doctrine? Are you living through this person? Even though he was a YouTube, his impact is undeniable. You know what I mean? Good or bad, negative or positive, no matter how you look at it. Should y'all have these conversations like, yo, you know what I mean? What's your, you heard of Kevin Samuels? First of all, you know what I mean? You look fit, feminine, and friendly, you know what I mean? What's your stance on that? And then let her answer, or she asks you, like, did you agree with him? Or was you one of his followers? Was you the kitten heels? You know what I mean? And I told y'all in the other video when Shorty made up the profile, kitten caskets and being utterly disrespectful. Shame on you. You know what I mean? And had me a little triggered with just some of the comments, because it's just like, Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game. And I know what it's like to lose. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, is this where we're really at in society? But, you know, past that. When you're going on your coffee dates, when you're not going out after 5, no dates after 5, and I'm being funny, but I'm not. Should y'all have this conversation? Should that be a deal breaker? You know, because most of the times people got a checklist, and you know, shout outs to you if you got a checklist, meaning just you got some standards, you got some deal breakers. Like, I know a lot of fellas, you know, a lot of men, they don't like women that smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean? They could deal with weed if they smoke weed, but cigarettes is a no-no. It's like almost like that's Dirtington, like you're trash. And that may be the wrong assessment for whatever their reasons for even thinking that. But some of the guys that I rock with, they be like, like when we be out and about, walking in or driving or going to the store or wherever we at, standing on the corner shooting the shit for a little bit. Not like niggas is standing on the corner, but just for a little bit. And you see women walking by, you just doing your regular shit. and you see them walking by, you know, you hear kind of like, that's dirty to even though they may look alright, you know what I mean, or be attractive. But you hear the comments like, nah, I can't date no women that's they normally for the, you know what I mean? And whether right or wrong, that's them and that's you, so that's their standard. Another one, you know, women may say he got to have a car because, you know, I got a car and I don't want to be having to come pick him up and stuff like that. So whatever your checklist is, but should the Kevin Samuels topic be on that said checklist now? Like, are you one of them guys that's like, you got to be fit, feminine, and friendly? Or, you know, because I'm a size 14, but I wear it well. You know, I'm not with the submissive cooperation and being a helpmate. You know, that stuff should be, I think, put on the table. Because I seen this shit on TikTok, but I'm not on TikTok. You know, people post shit on TikTok and they put it on other social media platforms. And it was a trans dude, you know what I mean? That's want to be a woman, but he still got the nuts. So you're a dude. So even though makeup, weave, and all that shit, eyelashes, looking like the drags that they try to do, and that's why men be clowning certain women that have that same appearance, because like, damn, it's kind of confusing for you to remember the originator. And boy, do I hate her, perpetrator, but I'm much greater. That's a Big Daddy Kane reference. It get quite confusing. So you got to look a little bit longer. Then when you find out, you be like, oh, you know what I mean? Damn it. Fuck, I couldn't tell, you know what I mean, off the rip. And sometimes you can't. That's just the facts. Even as a stone cold heterosexual man, you can't. Especially when they walking with other women. And I think, you know what I mean, some of them do that shit on purpose. When it get hot in the summertime, you see someone walking and you have some bad joints walking, but they with the other. So you looking and then, oh, you see something you don't supposed to see. Just like in the gym too, when niggas be doing the most to get noticed and shit. But anyway, back to the point in the matter at hand. The video was, should I tell him before the date or after the date that I'm trans? And obviously dudes in the comments and even women was like, come on, that's foul. This is why when y'all get found in the back of the trunk, and you know what I mean, your mother got to find you later on, like, damn, my son, you was out here doing the most and doing fuck shit. Then when somebody, you know, try to holler or they find out you was what you not, and they murk you, and I'm not suggesting that. But we know stories like that. People lying and misleading instead of just being up front. But I'm bringing these two together to say, just like that post of the trans dude who want to be a woman was saying, should I tell him before, you know, he was getting ready for the date, getting made up and shit, and, you know, look like a woman. He like, should I tell him before the date or after? And again, people in the comments are like, oh, you definitely should tell him before the date. Fuck is you talking about? Should y'all have the Kevin Samuels conversation before anything really pop up? Now, fellas may say, listen, bro, I don't care if she liked him or not. If I got a chance to slide in the, you know what I mean, the inner biscuits, then I'm doing that. I'm going to get some buns and booty clapping sounds. You know what I mean? And then after that, we can have those conversations. I wasn't really taking it serious anyway. I'm just out here trying to sow my royal oats, coming to America. Hakeem, that's you. Hakeem, that's you. But I think it should be if you trying to long term and you really are looking for somebody serious. Not if you just playing the field and just fucking around. Then men gonna be men, boys gonna be boys, girls just want to have fun, and they got rosters and shit too. You know what I mean? Even though they trying to get the resources, and everybody's always trying to get over, get under, or do some shit in between. And it is what it is. That's why you gotta vet properly, and that's why you can't get caught slipping, because one mistake could be your last mistake, and people in the street is waiting for you to make that mistake, and then you already know what it is. But I think if you really if you really dig the woman, she your coworker or, you know, one of your sister friends or your cousins or somebody introduced, because a lot of people is online now. Social media, you know, we still in the, I won't say the beginning stages, but really you say hip hop is what? How old is hip hop now? 49 years old or some shit like that. So you say social media, obviously Facebook and MySpace and Black Planet and all that shit came out obviously in the early 2000s. But even if it's 20 years in, it's still, you know, you just reaching adulthood. So we still will see the residual effects in the years to come. So with that being said, everybody's on YouTube and, you know, Instagram and Twitter and shit like that. And everybody don't go to the TV to get the information no more. It's like whatever your go-to channels is, the Tasha K's, the O'Shea's, or, you know what I mean, the Empress. And, you know, like I said, I run through these YouTube streets. And I follow a lot of these channels. And I can find new ones every day. Not that I can look at all the content because it could get overwhelming. But the point is, people do rush to their favorite content creators to get the latest scoops. Not just gossip, but, you know what I mean, new information. So people they in the know. Obviously, again, whether you on the negative side or the positive side, or you don't fuck with or you do fuck with, you know who Kevin Samuels is. Even 17-year-olds know who Kevin Samuels is. I was talking to one and they was like, damn, he passed, and they felt bad. I'm like, damn, this nigga is 17. This message is getting out there, whether you like it or not. So the point is, when you come into contact with women now, men is becoming more aware of the modern women, and then you think, you know what I mean? And obviously, you know, I'm in the '90s era, or my teens was in the '90s. But you go back, like I said, to the camel era, the Jesus era, the pyramid era, even before, and you know, the punch buggies. The evolution of men and women have changed, but more so with women. Obviously, it was less rights, and I'm not the most articulate and well knowledgeable or aficionado of the whole woman plight. But I know they like this now. I know they taking all their clothes off, and it's like, come on, baby, come on, baby. They're like taking it all off, and it's all for sale. And part of that is due to the social media. And then obviously, say what you will about Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to the proclaimed Godfather. But if you did watch his content, whether for entertainment purposes or educational purposes, you do see a slew of women, or a plethora of women, as Stephen A would say. A plethora of women come on night after night, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 women a night. Some of the stuff they saying was out of this world. Like, no, literally, like, you got to go to a whole nother planet, and you wake up like, damn, did I wake up on Planet of the Apes? Is apes running this shit? Because they going ape shit. Just with some of the delusion, the standards, the unrealisticness. So as a man, and if you want to get married, and that's you, because a lot of men is, you know, what is it, the MeNTiaL, or however the acronym go, men walk their own way. I did a video on that. I'm not one of them. I'll just deal with the fuckery, because I got to have some type of female companionship. You know what I mean? Whether it's long term, short term, a quick fixer-upper. You know what I mean? I'm not going my own way. You know what I mean? But I understand the men that's saying that. They're like, nah, I'll just live a free agent lifestyle, and whenever I feel like a female companionship, I'll just get on the bat line, which, you know what I mean? Scroll through the Rolodex, see what it's hitting for. Instead of Uber Eats, it's bring your ass and bring, you know what I mean? And after that, you can go about your way. It's a lot of men that now have that mindset. But I'm not talking about them, because even for the people that dislike what Kevin Samuels is saying, that wasn't his mindset. But if you go to some other channels, that's what they preach. Like, fellas, don't do it. Don't get married. Don't even get involved with these modern women, because of the mindset. So again, if you are thinking about wanting to get married, you know, no matter what age, preferably when you got your resources together, you got your shit together. I don't think really nobody, as a person that got married young as well, and I say 30 was young for me, and you know, I'm not unique, but I had just came home as well. I haven't had a lot of time to discover myself, to learn what I like, what I don't like, the do's and the don'ts. Very green, like I was green to this shit, and I won't say taking advantage, but I'll just say I was green. And when you green and you don't know, you can be duped. Little baby, you want a little candy? Come jump in the whip. You know what I mean? And or you know, you could trick people when they don't know. You know what I mean? Because they're a little naive. That's what green means in the term, in the sense that I'm using it. And so women to play on you, they'll get you. Friend zone and dates and all that. Like, everybody don't know that. Like, damn, why I keep going on dates? Well, I was in friend zone. People had no idea that. It's just like she just being patient, or she not that type of woman. You hear women say 30-day rules, and with other niggas they boning, but you don't know. And because now everything is on the internet and there's more information every day coming out, sometimes that could be overwhelming. Like, damn, here we go again with another reaction video. Here we go again with the same shit. But it's needed. So again, your little cousins, your little nephews, your sons, for the fellas, you didn't know 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, but you know now, and the information is out there. And again, had a 17-year-old, 17, just turned 17, who knew Kevin Samuels was. Now, maybe it's TikTok because it's little clips. Maybe they wasn't all into the whole live streams and knowing all of the, you know, the terminologies, but nonetheless, he knew who he was, and he felt some type of way that he passed. Like, damn it, man. So the message is, like Hov said, on Forever Young. As he get older, but his songs keep coming out, his music catalog stays relevant, the younger generation pass it down, pass it down, pass it down. So haV will get younger every year. And that's what's going to happen. That's why the message is not going to go nowhere, whether you liked it or you didn't. At 17, so when he's 34 and 17, keep passing it down. The point is, and why I'm rambling and saying all this is, do you have this conversation when you go on your first date? When you on the phone, before you even go on a date and spend that $400. Oh, they want you to spend $400. And don't get me wrong, I went on mad dates, you know what I mean? I just wanted, after I, was doing what I was doing, just to sit down with different type of women. Some was intimate, some wasn't. Some was for fun, some was just to get away and talk and etc. And talk to women, you know what I mean? And see what it's hitting for. But some want you to spend $400, $300. Some don't want to go to McDonald's. Some don't want to go to Starbucks and talk. Some don't want walks in the park. So you have to vet. But the point is, before you do any of that, should you ask them after you see that they fit feminine and friendly? That's the basics. Now, did you like Kevin Samuels? Was you against him? What's your take on it? How long do you see if they lying or not, or they chameleon it? Like, yeah, they liked it, but on the back end they really don't, but they just trying to see what they could get out of you. How long should that go on? Should you keep having that conversation before you really decide and say, all right, because people put the representative on, and I had to learn that as well. You know what I mean? That was a big eye opener for me. And I'm like, dang, I thought you was from, Beverly Hills, but you really from motherfucking Staten Island, from motherfucking Stapleton Projects, and you a rat hood bitch. But, I don't know you, so when you first introduce yourself to me, your pinky's in the air, and you one of those, and you playing a role, and again, when you green, and you can't see through the fog, like the snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. Yeah, how you gonna see it when you living in the fog? Like, damn, shorty is all that, and she ain't even like none of these bitches. No one in the back end, like, oh, she's all the way like these bitches. And as soon as when some shit pop off, you see all of the ratchetness come out, and it's like, oh, this what was hiding under the motherfucking locker. And Children of the Corn, no, not Children of the Corn, Children Under the Stairs. Like, this bitch was whole living under the stairs, and I had no idea because she was playing a role. And men played a role too. Like, they some, I was about to say Carton with the dance and all that shit. But, niggas act like they other than what they really are until you really see. And how long does it take? Sometimes it takes longer than others. You may have to do more digging and do more research to find out. But ultimately, I'll leave it with this as far as that topic. I do think the conversation should be had now. It's all over the internet. How could you not talk about it? One, men want certain things. And if you are a man of high caliber, I was going to say high value, but in that sense, with the money, in my opinion, what high value is integrity, character, principle, what you stand upon, your beliefs. Are you a scumbag or you're not? Are you an honest person? Are you, do you keep it a buck? Not brutally keeping it a buck, but just an honest individual. You ain't lying and scheming. Those are some of the things. And then it's other lists as well, you know what I mean? And then whatever you may view. So one person's high value or quality man or woman may not be the same for somebody else. It all depends on the individual. But I think the conversation definitely should be had before you jump out the window to the wall. Then you wake up like, damn, this bitch was one of them joints that went totally against what he said when you was on his side or agreed with what he said. And now y'all totally in conflict. And if you went too far in, once you break up, you break up. But let's talk about some other shit. Being how we speaking about women and how they be lying and doing the most. So it ain't no secret. Like I said, I try to go look for the video so I could find it. Like I said, this was when the pandemic was first popping off. We was outside working out. It was during Ramadan. Like Ramadan just passed. Shout outs to everybody that completed, and shout outs to everybody that's did they six days or doing their 6 days of ShoulD. This is the month of ShoulD now. I'm on my 5th day. Tomorrow will be my last day, God willing. I wake up. I might be out of here. Who knows? Record deal, video out of here. You never know. That's why you got to stay in the moment, live, for the now. And tell everybody that you love them while you can. But anyway, Megan Thee Stallion. Come to find out, she was lying. And that's why she got clowned. Keep it a buck when she went on Gail. Whenever you see a woman, maybe this is a stereotype, but it's kind of like true. Crying, but not crying. And it's like they got to force it. You know that they fucking lying. Because not that you got to be an actress and cry on cue or like a porn star when it's time. You got to come on cue, skeet, skeet. You could just see that when she's wiping the eye sexually or whatever she said. Like, Gail, like, Megan, you know what I'm talking about. Did he hit the skins or did not? I mean, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. And I like that she said that. You know, even though she still ain't talking about Harvey Weinstein yet. Her and Oprah. What Uncle Murder say? Funky head dog. Now, I mean, yeah, they still ain't talking about Harvey Weinstein yet. You know what I mean? But shout outs to everybody know what I'm talking about. But I do respect the fact that she asked her, like, come on, don't. It pretty much was like, don't play around with me. I've been doing this shit for years. I've been interviewing people for years. You know what the fuck I'm asking you. Did he hit it or did he not hit it? And it was like, oh no. You know what I mean? We was just, you know what I mean? Cap, you're lying. And that made her look bad. Now the officer, allegedly, no, not the officer, I guess the doctor, whoever, looked at her foot, saying it was glass fragments. So, did he shoot you? Did he say dance, bitch? Like, oh, you want to shoot people in the pinky toe. Harlem Night reference. You want to hit people with garbage cans. So I'm going to make you dance. Like, dance, make a dance. You know what I mean? Bands that make a dance. Soon as she said that statement out of her mouth, I was like, this bitch is all the way lying. And I hate to say it like that, but it's like, bitch, he shot at your foot and said dance? It's like Leroy in The Last Dragon when Shogun came to the movies and said, when he was trying to see if he was going to flinch. That is not me. And Leroy was just sitting there in the movies with the chopsticks eating. Yeah, I think he was eating the popcorn with chopsticks. And this nigga said, catching bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please. Like, are you kidding me? It was just so unbelievable. It was like, when you put the beat on, you will be shocked and amazed. Like, rest in peace, Bismarck. And y'all know on the channel, when I say, when you put the beat on, normally I'm not shocked and amazed at all. Because I'm just not. The era that I lived in, the life that, you know, the Most High has blessed me with through the times that we here, I'm not shocked and amazed from seeing the towers fall, from seeing all type of shit. I just don't think I could be shocked and amazed. Only some things. And I told y'all in the last video what shocked me. Go to the other video to see. I'm not going to talk about that. Give them no shine. I'm not going to shine a light on them. But when she said that out her mouth, I just couldn't believe it. And I'm like, this bitch is all the way lying. So now that we know that she's lying, his image is still tarnished. He still lost the traction that he had because he was definitely in these, you know, Hollywood streets and these rapper streets doing him. What should be the penalty for her? And will we see a whole bunch of women, and I'm going to use women because we already know the dudes was sitting back like, this bitch is lying, and if she ain't lying, this is a L stupid, sucker, bozo, clown ass nigga. That's what I was saying. Like, damn, I don't believe. I'm like, damn, he shot in the foot, a rapper, she a rapper. He shot her instead of smacking her or doing like, you shot her? I know you small, but you shot her? That's crazy. So he will be the bozo of the bozos. Like, you will be King Bozo, and this would be like, this is your leader? So, you know what I mean? He was in the lose-lose. That was the fellas take. That was most men. Like, if he did it, send that nigga to jail. He's a clown, number one. And, you know what I mean? But most like, she lying. So, ladies, like all the ladies getting money, throw your hands up, you know what I mean? Are y'all gonna bring the fucking Thor hammer down on this bitch head and not support her no more for straight trying to wreck and sabotage your whole man career just because he allegedly, I'm gonna say, hit you booty clapping sounds and your friend and you didn't know about it and you was mad because he, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to see that. Do I think we're gonna see that? I don't. I don't think we're gonna see that. I don't think she's gonna be held accountable. I think for the most part, it's gonna get brushed under the rug and it'll be just like, you know what I mean? She lied. It is what it is. Because where's the music at? You know what I mean? Like, you spending all this time, all this energy on some bubblegum shit that you could have just, you know what I mean, let it go. But you're going to make news reports. You're going to put the gag order on him. You're going to beef with your label. You're going to just do the most for these last 2 years, try to get out of your contract on some James Harden shit. Like, I'm not playing for the team no more. And you know what I mean? What my nigga Bry said? You know what I mean? Money can't buy loyalty. Man, money can't buy loyalty. Some other shit. How many stripes you going to take for the team? And I'm fucking his lies. But shout out to my nigga Brasco. You know what I mean? That song fire. Money can't buy loyalty. You know what I mean? And you could do whatever you want, but how many stripes are you going to take for the team? And all of a sudden you want to opt out of your contract. You want to do the most, but instead of putting out the music. You know what I mean? And that's all I really got to say on that. I don't think she's going to be held accountable. It's unfortunate because this is the plight of some men, not all. Obviously, some men is dirtbag niggas. They all beating the shit out of chicks. They all doing the most. They all abusive and all that. We do know that, so we won't act like that's not happening. But because of that, women know that. They know that they're gonna probably be believed first up front initially, and that the man is gonna have to prove his innocence, because once the shit comes out, he's guilty in the public eye, and that's all that really matters. So it's unfortunate that even good brothers have to prove their innocence when it's the he say she say. When it comes to a conflict between a man and a woman, it's always the man is going to be looked at with the side eye, like, I don't know, this. He might be one of them abusing Mr. ass. No, not Mr. Yeah, Mr. Sir from Color Purple. He might be one of them Mr. ass niggas. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, is this just the boogeyman in the closet, or all these bitches is lying and capping? And it's unfortunate that we have to wait to the end to find out. And hopefully we'll find out soon. Obviously they're saying gun residue, but what most likely happened is Shorty probably popped off her friend, or maybe they was fighting with the gun. Like, who really knows? But all that dancing from out the car, that was a lie. She definitely put the nails in the coffin when she said, he shot at me talking about dance, bitch. Like, dancing, dancing, dancing. She's a dancing machine. And then 1 week later, she was back twerking. Addy, 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 addy. Let's talk about some more women shit, though. But not like some, it's not a bash fest. I mean, I love y'all. I love girls, 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 girls. So Cardi B, right? Cardi B. After that video came out about her song, what's the word she used? I don't want to misquote her. Summoning the demons or the spirits. Some crazy. I seen that. I said, damn, like, you can't make some of this stuff up. But again, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and amazed. It is Hollyweird. It is weirdo shit goes on out there in Hollywood. And most of these people come from, they use them and put them in place as puppets. Not all of them. But when you let them wind you up one time, when you do the work of what they want you to do, once you come to some other shit that you don't really want to do, it's kind of hard to back out of it now, because like, we already used you once. You're going to let us use you again, or on the back end, we're going to do some shit behind the scenes, make you look really bad, tarnish your career, bring you all the way down, us, New World Order. So anyway, she was out, in the club. I don't know where she was at, New York, Cali, wherever she was at, with Offset, etc. And y'all seen the clip, or y'all heard the story. If you didn't, I'm gonna tell you right now. She was at one spot where the DJ Will thought she was Nicki Minaj, or he mistakenly called her Nicki Minaj and was like, who's in the fucking building? And he put one of them Nicki Minaj songs on. And they had their little beef at the gala or whatever they was at. They supposed to have a little scuffle. People were saying Cardi got the best of her. Some people were saying, Nicki got the best of her. And when you in the comments, which I like to be a lot, for whatever reason, like a lot of people, I guess you just want to see what's on other people's mind. And this particular one video, it was really like a lot of women just commenting. The first comment was, they love to put women against each other. And then that brought on like 30 something comments. And I didn't comment, I just was reading it like, for the most part, although I get what she's saying, it's really women is just against women. Let's keep it a buck. And I did a video on this, and I'll expound a little bit if you didn't see the other video. And it was pretty much dealing with women tear down women more than any man I ever seen in my life. That I've seen on the whole. I'm not saying that some men don't go hard. I just said that a couple of sentences ago if you just coming in and you don't know what we're talking about. But overall, like a circle, like when you reverse it, women go hard. And they're women, so they know what areas to jab at. They know where the low blows to stick at. And so, of course, in the comments, you got people on the Nicki side, the red pill. You got people on Cardi's side, the blue pill. And, we deal with sports, hip-hop on this channel, entertainment, Popavisms 101, interviews sometimes. Just my take on the musically-wise before we get into the dumb shit, because that's really what it is. It's dumb shit. Musically, Nicki is better than her. Let's just be clear. I think she just got awarded Best Female Rapper last decade or whatever it was. I don't think she's the best female rapper ever, but she's definitely better than Cardi B, far as skill-wise, lyrical ability, flow-wise, and song-wise. I think she got way more. If they was to do a versus, it won't even be close. It'll be psh, 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 snatch your weave off, kick you to the front, kick you with the cozy soles, get your ass up out of here. I don't even think it'd be close. Besides the BouT and Up, maybe the WhaT song. And I don't listen to a lot of Cardi B or the Megan Thee Stallion, who we just finished talking about. And again, like I said, with the with the modern era, what they talking about, what type of niggas they like, rich niggas, 6 figures, big D's and all that, and booking niggas, and putting mollies in they champagne. She ain't even know it. I just can't really get to none of that. Now, some songs, if the beat is hitting, I can fuck with it. But for the most part, I think a lot of men actually feel that way, and it don't got nothing to do with the sexes, or, the men against women. It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but it's just that the topics, and you can't really rock with it. It's not really nothing that you can really fuck with. But Nicki, I think her music is better. Now that we got that out the way. Not to say this is a slaughter, I'm going to say, if we rate in scales 1 to 10. If Nicki is a 10, Cardi is probably like 6.5, 7. You know what I mean? Sometimes her songs is alright, but I don't think she don't got more hits and lyrical ability, talent-wise, as far as changing your voice and, rhyming fast, rhyming slow, switching your flow up. I don't think she could fuck with her. Now that we got that out the way, because, again, you got the Nicki followers, bow down to the queen, they love her, every little thing she say, every little thing she wear, every little thing she try, they want to be like her, even though they never going to be like her. And I did a video on Nicki talking about, who she ended up being with, and that is only one Nicki, but but she still ended up with who she wanted or who she can get, because I don't think that's who she preferred initially. And the higher you go up, the more money you make, older you get, as you climb up the success ladder, so you can focus on your career, you end up getting somebody that's lesser than you, and that's you, and it is what it is. But that's what I had to say about her. Then. So it was no shade. I said she one of one. There ain't gonna be too many Nickis, and she's one of the top dogs. And I give her flowers in the last video that I did about her. So now that the rap shit is out the way, for whatever reason they don't like each other. And we know why. Bitches don't like each other. Think you better than me, or I am better than you. My pussy get wetter than you. Give head better than you. Like I take your man. You know what I mean? And you know the shit which be saying. Your bag is fake. Your butt is leaking. Your titties are sagging. You know what I mean? Your MAC makeup ain't, and whoever beat your face ain't do it right. My jewelry is your life. You know, the bum shit. My weave is tighter than yours. You hear Nicki Minaj like in your bum weave, bitch. Whatever song she ended the verse with, like in your dirty weave, bitch. Your bag is not as expensive as mine. You don't hang with the certain type of niggas I hang with. I could get you killed. All of the bullshit the catty shit. So they don't like each other. One from the Bronx, one from Queens. You both from New York. You're both black queens, right? But you black. And I get it. Everybody not going to get along with each other and sing Kumbaya. But anyway, she was in the club. They thought she was Nicki, maybe, because he said her name twice. So it's like, damn. And as soon as when I seen the clip, I said, damn. I remember going to the clubs. Y'all know I was running through the industry a little bit, fake struggling, trying to put rappers on, dealing in that sense, some A&R shit. But I know when I was on club runs, and that's how I met a lot of your favorite rappers and a lot of people that I met. When you look on my Instagram and you see the pictures, because I was out and about buying bottles and, trying to, do what we could do. And it's hard to get on, when you don't got the right plugs, even if you're talented enough. You gotta jump through a lot of hoopla. The rap game is a hard game to get into, especially if you're independent. But anyway, going on club runs, you gotta go to the DJ. The DJ knows who's coming in. Especially if you're hosting, like you the DJ, but Nicki Minaj is hosting tonight. Some of these straight stunt model joints is, hosting tonight. Whoever's coming through, now if it's a surprise, obviously they come through the back door, they come through the side, the crowd comes, or you start hearing it. It's like Rick Ross said, we come in, they everywhere they go, they know we in the building. Some line like that, some shit he said on Stay Scheming. They know we in the building. For him to say it twice, is that a mistake? Is that a fumble of the bag? Like, damn, does she look like her? I know they all getting their face done, poking their eyes out, you know what I mean? Putting all the, you know, the Little Kim, even though they, you know, Nicki Minaj was going against Little Kim yesteryear, you know, she did shit to her face too. Why they keep doing, why are these sisters, I mean, this is a side note. This is my show. We unscripted, we uncut, we do what we want over here. On Pop If It's TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Why these sisters keep doing that shit? Now, I can understand you get your ass done if you got the flat board back. You know what I mean? You got the pancake butt. I get it. You're flatty watty. No ass at all. So you want to get a BBL. Your titties is a little flat, but your ass is fat. You want to match it out. So you get your titties done. I could get it. Well, as they say in some of the signs that be in the beautician salons and in the beauty spots, they say we are beauticians, not magicians. They're telling you right there, like when you walk in, we're going to give you the edges, we're going to put the baby hairs all on your sideburn, and you're going to look like a stud. Like you're going to really look like a glamorous stud. But we not magicians, so we can't fix your nose and, you know, if your eyes looking to the side and you look a little cross-eyed, you got to go get laser surgery for that. But I want to know why not. I'm going to say, it's not just black women, but I'm black even though I'm light-skinned. And but you black. So I'm focusing on the black. I don't really care what the white joints and the other people is doing. I'm worried about us. My little nieces and little cousins, what they look up to, possibly. You know what I mean? Instead of looking up to being, you know, confident in your skin and how God made you, because he's the best artist of all. You know what I mean? He's the best artist of all. Even when you got spots and shit on your skin. That's just an example to show other people, like, yeah, there's all type of creatures on this earth, from different animals and shit under the ocean you never seen before, to even women and men with spots and shit on their skin. Albanians or albinos or whatever the terminology is. People with keloid skin and all that. So we can see the differences. That's just my belief. I'm not the smartest, but that's what I subscribe to. Why we keep doing all this alien face shit, like come out looking like, you know what I mean, the deliciouses, and then they start looking the same, and then like the Big Daddy Kane line, it's quite confusing for you to remember the originator. And boy, do I hate her, perpetrator, but I'm much greater. Like, this shit is confusing. Now, after we got that, maybe they thought she looked like Nicki Minaj, and he really was not being funny. So anyway, she grabbed the mic, you know what I mean, and like, we gonna get dangerous in there. We with all the smoke, like we want all the smoke and all the aggression come out. Yet her husband sitting right there. I wonder what he was thinking, because it looked like he was smirking. It looked like he was like, damn it, man, I'm gonna have to hear about this shit all the way fucking back home in the Maybach. Like, all she gonna do is talk about this shit all night when we leave here. Like Molly Curran from ESPN. And, you know, that's why I thought Jalen Rose divorced her. This is another side note. You know, women, they say they ain't insecure, and some of them, you know, we all men, everybody got something that they like, but some people just cope with it better. It's like, yeah, I know my feet is like this, but so fucking what? I'm gonna learn to live it, and I'm gonna learn to love it. And you can hate it or love it. If you deal with me, then cool. But I'm saying this in the sense when you see women and they so confident and they all of their glory, all of the weave and the nails and all that shit on TV, for them that's or you an actor or you an entertainer in the spotlight, you gotta put that, you gotta be strong, because people is in the comments, niggas is trolling and strolling, I mean, they just making up profiles just to troll you, to see if they can get your vein and to see if they can tear you down for whatever reason. It's fucked up. But that's the era we living in now. Social media has created that, where through the screen and behind these fake avatars, you can have names like Kitten Caskets for Kevin Samuels. It's like, damn, bitch, you going that hard that you really came to social media, made up a profile name that said Kitten Caskets? Damn, how fucked up are you in the real life? Like when you scroll off and you log off, how fucked up is your life that this is what brings you excitement? This is what you get your kick off, that you got to come to the internet and argue with strangers. You know what I mean? That's just a side note. But when they put up that persona, queen to be, like she's your queen to be, a Coming to America reference, when they go home or when they're in the mirror or they scrolling, that's why when you see online, this is what I knew too, this is like side note again. When we was running through the streets and shit, and I had met Angela. I met her a few times. First time I think was at my girl Jaton's store, Jamie Tane Shoes, downtown Brooklyn, across the street from the Barclay. you know, back then the store's not there no more. It's in Jersey now in the mall. Met her, took the picture, then you tag people on social media, and then she liked the post and shit. And it's like, you see mad posters, they got thousands of followers, yet they see what they want to see. And that's why you see they can have mad comments, good comments, you're a beautiful queen, you this, you that. Soon as when a nigga say some foul shit or a bitch say something they don't like, you see blocked or they write a comment back. That's to show you that they're watching. Just like us. Just like why I be in the comments, like I said, not only do I be running through these YouTube streets, running across these YouTube alleyways, and they should have never let me in the game, I'm watching the videos to the shit that I like, and I'm in the comments, just like your favorite celebrities, and I think women do it the most. So again, they could put up this fake persona that they the most confident and they the baddest of the baddest. But when they go home, you don't think what's his name? Fucking Offset had to hear that shit all the way back home? I do. And I'm a betting man. You know, we deal with sports, hip hop, and on my show I like to bet. I'm betting my money because that's my money, son. And that's your money. I bet $100 she was in there talking about, this motherfucker trying to play me. Who he think he is and talking about Nicki Minaj probably all the way back home. And he probably was sitting in the back like, gotta hear this shit all again. Gotta hear this shit again. You know what I mean? That's what Jalen Rose probably was going through. Every day, Molly, she on one of the most, you know, recognized shows on TV every morning with Stephen A. Loudhouse. So you know people is in the comments talking about her, hitting her up, saying she beautiful, saying you ain't shit, you for the streets, saying shit. You think when she don't go home, she was telling her husband to relieve that stress, like, yeah, did you see this? Or this other broadcaster said this, or this person was writing this shit. That shit could get stressful, overwhelming, and you can get stressed the fuck out, and you got to keep hearing like, damn, I don't even want to hear this shit. I got my own issues. I'm on TV too. You think I got to soothe you, calm you, you know what I mean? Let you cry on my shoulder, and men's supposed to do that. So I'm being funny as well as I'm being sarcastic. But I'm saying that image that they put, like I'm your superwoman in the back office when they in the mirror and shit. That's why they going to get their face done. That's why they doing all that extra shit, because they're not as confident or, you know, as sexy and all that they think they are. And that's not a knock, because I think you should be, because we all look good in our own way, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So just because 1,000 motherfuckers may not like your eyes or your skin is bleached, 1,000,000 people may like it and love it and want to be with you. But you'll focus on 1,000 people. And that's why I quote that, not quote, but that's why I reference that show that y'all should go watch, the documentary. And I'm going to get out of here with this. The documentary of Social Media Dilemma, which is on Netflix. And it deals with the effects of social media, because we're still in the early stages, even if it's 15 years in. But when I say social media, I mean Twitter and Instagram. And, well, you can say TikTok now, because Instagram really started popping 2013. So that's only, you know what I mean, 9 years ago. About to be 10 years. Facebook was before, and is MySpace. But I'm talking about the way it is now, when people is capitalizing off their likeness. Everybody got a whole bunch of followers. And then Nas says this too. It's a dirty game. Is any man worthy of fame? Much success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is. And I'm quoting that to say, it's not normal for people to have 1,000,000 followers, 300,000 followers. Men or women, you wake up and you start, you know what I mean? And that's why as a singer, people are praising you for the male singers and the men, and women just throwing their panties online and, oh, you can fuck me tonight and I'll come home and I'll swallow it. That's why these personas and the rappers is like they are, because women look up to them like gods, and they are of a higher caliber in their eye, like they stars to them. Same thing with the women. You wake up every day and you open up your phone and you got 200,000 likes, or not 200,000 likes, but you got 2,000 likes, and you got 400 comments, and half of them is, I'll drink your bath water. They don't even know if you washed your box yet. You know what I mean? You a queen. I'll wife you. Oh, you the most beautifulest woman in the world. And you could be attractive and all that. You don't think that starts to do something to the psyche? But on the flip side, like when you reverse it and you don't be whipped by that pussy, you whip that. Look, right, you whip that pussy. Shout out and rest in peace to Witherspoon, Boomerang, at the table, when he was like, Marcus, I heard you pussy whip. Reverse it. Don't be whooped by that pussy. Whip that. When you reverse it, what about all the negative comments? all of the negative shit for the real trolls and people taking jabs and saying shit. That's why your husband left you. That's why your man cheated on you. That's why your ass dropped. That's why you almost died trying to go to Brazil. And they read this shit. They see this shit. And you cannot tell me that it don't affect them mentally, psychologically, emotionally, some type of way. You cannot tell me that. Because, again, for the point that I was referenced, the little girl was 12 years old. She posted up a picture of her on Instagram. She got like 6, 7, 8 likes right away. Then one comment came with the elephant ears because she had a little kind of big ears. Then all the rest of the day, the documentary shows her looking in the mirror, examining her face, looking at her ears, and probably thinking like, damn, I got big ass ears. Got big fucking forehead. That's why people say that. And then men do it too, and other women too, like to bring you down a little bit. That's why you see on Kevin Samuels show. And that's why a lot of women didn't like it, because this ain't nothing that he brought new that I knew about. A lot of men do it to women. If you didn't know, I'm letting you know something that you didn't know. And it's not nothing new. When a woman thinks she all that, to where, you know, you can't, you know what I mean? You all the way up here, a guy will look for the flaw that he think is the flaw and be like, yeah, but you look good. Your forehead is big as fuck. Rihanna, like, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is, you look good, but one of your eyes a little lazy. Because God don't make everybody perfect. He make you perfect in his image and how he wants you. So you may have big titties but no ass. Beautiful face. You may have beautiful face, no titty, or big titties and no ass. Like, you know what I mean? Or your teeth maybe. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. You may have a disorder. You may have what's the shit people be having? The skin shit where you be itching a lot. You got dry skin. I can't think of it. You gonna have something wrong. Everybody don't get the perfect. You know what I mean? People want that, so they go get the surgery for it. They think they're going to go get the cosmetic surgery. Then you come out, Vivica Fox, and you look like Saw from Jigsaw. And I want to play a game. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, who are you to get on the internet talking about anybody? You know what I mean? You look like fucking Jigsaw. No, not the man that played in the movie. The little doll that he had with the fucking rosy cheeks and the puffy cheeks. You know what I mean? But the point was, men and women point out a person's flaws, like to humble yourself. Sit down, be humble, have several seats. You look good, but it's somebody look better than you. You got the dark voice, but Barry White voice is darker than yours. Like, it's deeper than yours. You got, you know what I mean, a long joint, but somebody got a longer. I mean, it is going to always be bigger, better, faster, or whatever the case. And then also, beauty is subjective because it's in the eye of the beholder. So you could be whoever you think you are, and somebody be like, nah, she's a 6. People got mad when he was like, Sweeney is a 6. But if he thought she was a 6, what the fuck are you mad about? He may think you're an 8. It's subjective. So you can, you know what I mean? And that's what I just want to leave with that. I think love yourself is key. And if you are going to go get a surgery or do some shit, ladies, to make your body perfect, make all your symmetry perfect, don't be cheap. Have insurance. And don't go to no foreign country thinking you're going to come back looking like, you know what I mean, Princess Diana. You're going to be looking like Nefertiti and all that. You come back and be fucking, how Kanye said, she was supposed to go buy Tycos with your money. She went to the doctor and got lipo with your money. She walking around looking like Michael with your money. Should have got that insured Geico for your money. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Popovich. That's me. Popovich TV is what y'all was tuned into. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, so we do what we want over here. We authentic, not because we took over 100 blocks and killed 100 people. Oh, but you black. We authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.